What's up guys? Hopefully everyone is keeping well. Let's fix my mic there. Sorry. How's it going, Milan? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Just give me a second there, guys. I just have to update one thing. Is the what's up guys? Hopefully everyone is keeping well. Let's fix my mic there. Sorry. Welcome everyone. How's it going, Milan? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Just give me a second there, guys. I just have to update one thing. Is the what's up guys? Hopefully everyone is keeping well. Let's fix my mic there. Sorry. Welcome everyone. How's it going, Milan? Hopefully you're doing well, man. Just give me a second there, guys. I just have to update one thing. Is the what's up guys? Hopefully everyone is keeping well. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. We get started there, guys, in a couple of minutes. Just want to give welcome everyone. How's it going, Milan? Hopefully you're doing well, man. And yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to go over, make sure to send it into the chat, and yeah, I'll make sure to cover it. Has been a profitable week. Oh, that's very good, man. That's good to hear. Is keeping well. Personally, for me, it's the market has been pretty choppy. There's having a good day. We get started there, guys, in a couple of minutes. Just so I didn't really trade that much on some signals, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Yeah, if there's anything that you guys want me to, you're gonna have good weeks. You're gonna have bad weeks. That's just how trading is. Yeah, I'll make sure to cover it. Has been a profitable week. Oh, that's very good, man. That's good to hear. How's it going, Eric? Hopefully you're keeping well. What's up, Alan? Personally, for me, it's the market has been pretty choppy. There's having a good day. We get started there, guys, in a couple of minutes. Just so I didn't really trade that much on some. Don't forget, guys, this is a free stream, so feel free to share the link around. You're gonna have good weeks with any of your groups, whatever it is, and yeah, make sure to cover there at all. Has been a profitable week. Oh, that's very good, man. That's good to hear. How's it going, Eric? Hopefully you're keeping well. What's up, Alan? 2-3 more minutes and then we'll hop on. I just has been pretty noticed that I have feedback that I just turned off. Audio feedback. Sorry about that. Alright. Something go wrong, one person speak. Yeah, that was me by accident. Yeah, the audio should be fixed now though. Hopefully, right? Yeah, the audio should be fixed now. Let me know if it's gone. Everyone's having a good day. We get started there, guys, in a couple of minutes. Just want to give welcome. I was watching the stream on the same PC, so that's why it was it sounded like there was 2 people there. Just making sure that I get the link sent to all the groups correctly. So yeah. It's better. Oh, perfect. Lovely stuff. All right, so we get started, guys. Don't want to waste too much of your time. Let's see. All right, so we get started. First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone that hopped on today's call. today, as I said, we're going to go over my forecast for the market and what I'm expecting the market to do. So we're going to start off with the DXY. Let's take a look what has been happening here. Now, if you guys remember the last live stream that I did, I said that reaching this high is going to be an interesting area for us. Okay, so interesting in the sense that price could have potentially did multiple things here. So price had three things that it could have possibly did. It could have broken this high and continued up and retested and continued up. Could have just broken this high and then came back down. Okay, made like basically an FU candle clearing the liquidity up above and then coming back down. Or it could have just reacted straight off of that, creating a double top or some sort of resistance. And that's something that I said. So I said that because we were around, I believe, I can't even remember, I think we were around this area. So this probably could have been a Zoom call, or we were somewhere around here anyways. I can't actually remember correctly. But I said that I was going to wait and see, first of all, what happened when we reached this high. Because for me, there was going to be some indecision. It was actually this high as well that I was, I think it was actually not this high. It was this high that I was talking about. So yeah, we were around here, and it was interesting for me to see what the market would have did around this high. And once again, like you can see, it didn't break it, didn't go up above it, then drop, didn't just keep continuing up. It reacted and just made a resistance right here, and it did the exact same thing again. So for me, this area is still going to be interesting, because right now, even though if we go, for example, on the daily time frame, even though we broke structure right here on the daily time frame, okay, so we formed a lower low, we broke structure, we failed to break and make a new lower low. We pushed higher, okay, made a higher high, okay, so you can see now we have established a bullish trend. Now we pushed down again, cleared more liquidity down here, and now we're kind of in a, we kind of have a support right here, okay. So what would have been interesting for me here is to see either I break up above this high or I break below this high. So what I'm seeing right now is basically we're just trading in a box. If I draw the outlines of the box, I need to see if I'm either going to break above here or break below here, okay. To see if I'm going to obviously continue up more to start filling in these imbalances, or to drop down even more and start clearing the liquidity down here. What I see, the higher probability happening would be obviously to clear this liquidity up top first, these highs, okay, so these relatively equal highs. I would like to see them get cleared first because it's the nearest liquidity, okay, and then we can either get a push up, drop and retest and down, or we could get push up, retest, up. Okay, so this is going to be interesting for me here from more of a macro perspective, so on a higher time frame perspective. Now, if we are looking at something like the 3 hour, 4 hour, if we're looking at more shorter term, what I can expect obviously is for price to keep coming down anyways. Come down probably more lower, probably touch this 4 hour. I see something like this anyways, or even clear these lows. For me, I'm pretty indecisive on DXY right now, so I don't want to give a firm bias on it right now, because it can do anything really at this point. Like it could decide that, okay, we just failed 50% of this imbalance and just shoot up again, or it could just continue down more. So right now it's very indecisive, because as I said, we're breaking structure to the upside and the downside. We're continuing breaking structure and we're not actually going anywhere. So this for me would be considered a consolidation right here. I'm still in a consolidation phase, okay. I could be distributing and I don't know about it, but for now I don't see it. Like obviously I can see the phases occurring right here. Then we also have the strength of weakness right here, sign of weakness, sorry, where we broke below these lows, showing that we have sellers available right here. We're testing the path of least resistance right here. And then you could argue that like this is maybe your UT, this is another test to the upside. I will need first of all to see a UTAD, okay, so an uptrust after distribution, then I can see potential more prices down, okay. But for now I don't know. For now I don't know where price is going to play from here, so I will wait for either this to go up here or this to go down here, and then I will decide from there. So for now I'm going to be on the outside, but what I've presented you guys with is the potential scenarios of what could occur, and you guys can take what I said now and apply it to however you look at it. You might see something else, but this is my view currently on the DXY. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Gbp Usd now. Contrary, opposite negative correlation to DXY, what I can expect is for the GU to push up higher now and obviously start clearing these highs. I want to see these highs being cleared. I don't know if price is going to come up here, retrace, fill in this imbalance and drop, or if it's going to clear these highs as well. this is something that we could potentially see. Like there's a lot of liquidity up here, and our structure is looking really, really clean here for a push up higher. Okay, you guys can see we had a consolidation. We had the manipulation to the downside, cleared these lows. Okay, so you guys can see this is the 3 market phases. As I said, the 3 market phases occurs on any time frame. And now we're getting that push up. With that push up, the trend, it broke the high right here. So this is a breaker structure. So now what I should expect is a push up, breaker structure, retest down. Okay, and it tested this 6 hour. I see 50% of it, as you can see right here. And now it could potentially zoom up more. But as I said, because I have an indecision on USD, and I could potentially have some indecision on GBP USD, so I would like to see how the week starts. Sunday would not be the best day to analyze. Honestly, Tuesday is when I would really start looking at the market and seeing what I'm going to be trading for the week. For now though, with macro, from a macro perspective, like this is probably the higher probability thing to occur would be to touch off that and push up and clear this liquidity. It would make more sense for it to push up higher, because if you notice right here, this is our most recent liquidity, really, maybe this, but most recent prominent liquidity from our price point to the downside. But the most recent liquidity to the upside from our point would be this right here. So you see we have more reasons to push upside than down, because we've already cleared the most recent liquidity right here. Okay, so these areas have all been cleared by this manipulation right here. So it would make more sense for me to push up from this in this scenario right here. So that's kind of what I'm expecting for GU. To be honest, entry wise, I don't see anything. Friday, I did not see any entries. As I said, the market for me was pretty bad. I did not like what the market was doing here. You guys can see very, very choppy. Pushes up to the upside very strong. Pushes to the downside very, very strong. Nothing here I was able to trade, to be honest. No ICs, nothing like that. No opportunities. So I just let it be. Okay, that was that. With GU though, we did get a very, very nice sell on GBP JPY. So I was able to catch a pretty nice sell on GBP JPY right here. So what I did right here was, I noticed we had some sort of consolidation. Okay, we're consolidating. We hit a point of interest right at the top here. So we had a point of interest hitting at the top right here. Had some sort of resistance. And as you can see, overall, we were pretty, like, structure was bearish. Okay, structure was bearish, and we were in a very, very strong resistance level right here. You can see the amount of touches we had in the past. Okay, this is an area where it's been tested multiple times, and it's failing to break through. And if it does break through, it respects it on the other turn. So what I would mean here is, if it did break through, see, it will respect it when it retraces back, drop down. Even if it breaks through, it respect it again. See, breaks through, but it starts respecting it again. So this is what I mean. This becomes a reactive level for us. So that was one. Second was, what I saw right here was, if I go to the 5-minute time frame, look at this. So this was beautiful right here. We had the 3 market phases occur. What did we have right here? We had multiple relatively equal highs. So this was liquidity sitting at the top right here for me. Okay. So once this liquidity got cleared, obviously there was a buildup of liquidity to the upside and to the downside. So what would my first step be? My first step would be to wait for a move to occur on either the low or the high, and this will indicate for me where I potentially could go on the shorter term. So my first move was a sharp move to the upside. Okay, so that's what you're going to see with a liquidity clearance. You're usually going to see a sharp move up. It cleared my liquidity. Okay, cleared that liquidity, and then dropped and cleared the liquidity on the bottom. Once it did that, that was whipsaw action. So whipsaw action is when it clears liquidity on the top and the bottom. What did we have? Now we can retrace back to our level after breaking this and forming a lower low. Okay, this is always going to be the breakout. That's the fake out right here. Once I form the lower low, I enter on my pullback. Where do I enter though? I need a certain point of interest to enter from, and that's when I went to the 45-minute time frame. All right, and where is it? Okay, so this is where I went to my 45-minute time frame, and I look to enter from this IC. And this was actually a signal that I sent out to the team. So hopefully you guys capitalized on that. That was really, really nice. So that was what I sent right here. Now with the sell, I was smart enough not to put it straight on here, because this would have been 3.65%. I don't play with such a small stop losses sometimes, because it could go up a bit more. So what I had was, I used the entry for a 45-minute, but I used nearly like 50% of that 1 hour IC. Okay. So in this setup, I think I left it to around here, okay, and my entry was a bit lower. So I had nearly a 9 pip SL, 8.6 pip SL, and my take profit was, I believe, these lows. Okay, so my take profit was right here, exactly 50 pips. That's what we took. So I wanted to look for this low to get cleared. And yeah, the market did exactly what I wanted it to retrace 45-minute. I see a little bit of loss. Okay, so we took a little bit of drawdown, and then the market just boom, died down right to our point of interest, which was our liquidity. That got cleared, and that was a very, very sharp trade right there. Okay, so overall, GJ though, as I said, it's the same analysis with GU. So yeah, I'm looking for the same thing at the end of the day. So nothing's changed there. Notice this line that I have drawn right here. This was a line that I drew from the previous low, and I do this when my price action is around this level. Okay, so quick drink. All right, so as I was saying, price was approaching this low, and as I said, I marked this low because major lows and major highs will usually I won't know exactly what happens when it reaches it, because as I said, we always have them 3 different scenarios. So I waited, and I touched it. And what did we get? We got a consolidation for nearly a full day. We were just consolidating around this level. And what do we do? Once again, same thing. We create consolidation. Okay. We manipulate to the downside. Clear the lows, all the lows. So before you push up, you'll always have a manipulation phase. And then obviously this how choppy the macro is here. So this is why I wouldn't have traded last week. But then boom, look at that beautiful push. And this, I believe this was news. Okay, so this is when the numbers came out. So it was obvious if we had cleared to the bottom, we have no more liquidity left right here. What's the next area? What's the closest area of liquidity left for me? It will be on the upside. So this is when I had that big sharp move up, cleared all that liquidity, cleared this liquidity. And yeah, we just continued to the upside after that right there. Okay, so that was that. Beautiful on EURUSD. As I said, see more. I actually do see more upside on Gbp Usd. But as it starts reaching this level, this is going to be interesting, and this level is going to be interesting. So once it reaches here, this consolidation, I want to see what the market does, because this kind of correlates as well with the DXY, because I see the DXY dropping a bit, and then I want to see what it does when it reaches this consolidation. So this is the exact opposite. I want to see what it does when it reaches this consolidation right here. Okay. So Euro odd. So Euro odd. Okay, so what I'm seeing overall is on the day time frame. Now, this is not something that I like to mark up a lot, but what I'm seeing on daily time frame is obviously we had this pullback. So it's a bit unclear for me here actually, because we've had a lot of consolidation. I want to see more of what's the 4-hour time frame saying. Okay, so once again, look at this manipulation that occurred right here. So we would have had this low, and we would have came down, traced, and touched this low. This is another form of manipulation that usually occurs. Once you come down to a low and you react from that low, okay, you're going to see some bullish price action occur. And what's happening here is this is inducing buyers into the market, trying to put buyers into the market, okay, to start buying. And now look what we have when news comes up. Boom. Clears that low, okay, and once again, it forms another low. And what this is doing right here, it's forming another double bottom. So what this is doing right here is leaving liquidity eventually for more, it's leaving liquidity, more liquidity in the future for it to be cleared out. Okay, so what I can expect now is probably more prices to the upside, because I have a few more areas of liquidity that I want to eventually get cleared. But other than that, we did break structure on the daily time frame, and so far what I can see is just more and more bullish price action. But as I said, the Euro odd, I haven't been watching it a lot recently, so I would not be the best person to tell you what's going to happen here. But yeah, it looks like it's going to push up even more, even based off like what I'm seeing on the daily. Consider this right here, a very big consolidation with a very big manipulation, and then what you can see next is the trend. Okay, so we can expect higher prices on Euro odd easily, I think so. Okay, EJ continued more, like honestly more down on the daily time frame. I don't see it going up anytime soon. Maybe potentially could like pull this liquidity right here that we're seeing from the trend line. But other than that, it's this liquidity right here, this low right here, and this low right here. These are 3 targets that I want to see. On a lower time frame perspective, I can take a look at an entry from this 4 hour. Okay, so I will try and form a setup from this 4 hour right here. 16 pip TP to, sorry, 16 pip SL for 90 pip TP. That would give me nearly a 5 to 1, 6 to 1 R right here. Partials right here. Okay, so probably 45% of my position out here. Another 25 out here. And then to the last run, to the last 10, 20 pips, I'll usually leave like what, 25, 10% left. Okay, so the art of learning how to take partial profits is very, very good, because that's how you make a lot of your money, especially in a volatile market like this, where you potentially could have the market come to your sell and then push to your push your target, or like do all these weird moves. Learning how to take profits is honestly the way to go. So what I would expect then is a retracement up to this 4 RIC, and then I can look to take more liquidity down here, more liquidity down here. Yeah, but for now, as I said, I'd like to see what happens first of all. The 2 hour, let's see, 1 hour, 2 hour. Yeah, so the 4 hour would be probably the nicest looking I see there for me. But once again, this wouldn't be the most high probable one, even though we did clear liquidity. Okay, so we did clear liquidity right here on the 5-minute time frame, and you guys can see this. Sometimes on a 4 hour it might not look that clear, but you can see how we would have relative highs right here. Okay, we get that clearance, and once we get that clearance of liquidity, whoa, that's a bad dollar sign, and then we get that break structure down. So 2 things you need to see, and this applies to Wyckoff and Smart Money, both of them. With an accumulation or a distribution, what you need to see is a manipulation and then break of the lows or highs. You need to see a break of structure. So once you see manipulation on the top side, then a break of structure, you'll always look to get in on that retracement. So if I try to put that as a diagram, okay, it will all look something like this, 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 this. So this is what a Smart Money entry would look like. And I actually released a video of this on one of the YouTube videos about finding the best institutional candle, and you guys are going to know, so make sure to head on to that. As well as that, guys, forgot to mention before I go on to the other pairs, we are releasing our free beginners Forex course tomorrow. So this course is absolutely for free. You can get access to it if you sign up to our website, to the free access package, or on the app. So you'll be able to watch it on either the website or app. With this, you'll be able to understand every single thing about Forex that a beginner will basically need. So yeah, you guys might already know about Forex, but if you have a family member or a friend that is interested in actually know what Forex is, instead of paying a lot of money to just know the basics about Forex, you could simply just refer them to our free course, and they'll be able to learn everything that they will need as a starter, so they can actually decide if the business of Forex is for them or not, because it's not always going to be for everybody. Okay, everyone has their thing, so at least with this course they know if it is for them without having to splash out cash on a course. So yeah, heading on to USD CAD. I have 3-4 more pairs to cover. I don't want to take too much of your time, especially on a Sunday night, guys. So yeah, USD CAD will be the same as what I said on the on DXY. Sorry, so it will be the exact same on what I said on the DXY. What I probably will want to see is, once again, push lower, and then I will judge once price reaches down here. What we could get is a retracement and a touch of that institutional candle on the 12 hour, and then a push up above this liquidity. We have plenty of liquidity that I want to eventually get cleared. We also have an imbalance that I want to get filled in, okay, right here. And then we have this high. So the 2 most important things will obviously always be my major high and my major low. Okay, so these 2, I want to see what price does when it reaches these levels, and obviously it's closer to this here first. So what it could do is it could bounce all the way down, and if you actually take a look right here, we have triple bottom. Okay, so if you take your thing right here, you can see, you can mark out your triple bottom right here. So our liquidity is sitting right below here. So if I'm to bet on an area of liquidity being cleared first over than the other one, I would bet on this one first, manipulate to the downside right here then trend to the upside and clear the 3 liquidity areas that we have right here. Now, now remember guys that this, once again, is just a weekly forecast. This is not in-depth analysis. This is not what I cover, because obviously if I try to cover the in-depth analysis, this is something that I obviously go over in my weekly Zoom calls, and this is what Kieran and the Braj do as well. This free YouTube live is simply just a forecast. So basically what I see potentially happen for the week. So I'm not going to cover every single point of interest. I'm not going to cover every single thing that I noticed here, because that would first of all take too much time, and that would second of all be unfair on all the people that are actually part of the premium group that are paying to learn about this stuff. Okay, so but honestly, with all the free content that I release on YouTube, with all the free lives that I do, with the courses, with the app, etc., honestly, all of that, even if you don't buy into the premium group, that is going to set you apart from nearly at least 80% of the traders out there. So I advise you to, if you haven't already, go and watch all the YouTube videos there, because there will be something there that you haven't learned about. So now we're just wondering, do you have Islamic to Trader? If you actually reach me on Telegram, or if you reach me on Telegram or Discord, I'll reach out to you about that and I will explain to you my view on that. But if I try to explain it right here, it's just going to take too much time and it's not going to really apply to everyone. So yeah, so if you reach me, I'll for sure be happy to help you there. So yeah, an unexpected retracement boom. So not to waste too much time on USD CAD. I'm going to skip EU because I don't trade this pair. I don't like what it's looking like. To be honest, it's pretty shitty lately. Okay, like it's pretty shitty. It's just consolidating, distributing right here. Like this is not something that I want to see. So I just stay away from these pairs. Bitcoin, this is something that, yeah, this is something, guys, that I predicted. Once again, also, like, I'm not just sending my weekly analysis to the I'm not just doing weekly analysis, I'm also sending my weekly analysis to the Discord as well. So I'm sending a weekly forecast into the premium group, and I'm also sending it into the free Discord. So if you haven't already, make sure to head on down to the first link in the description. That's going to be the access to the free Discord group. So I send all the charts there, of which I've covered here. And if you take a look back at everything that I sent, guys, you can see that most of the analysis that I'm actually marking out is actually playing out. So for example, in a moment, guys, let me just show you guys this. One second, let me just pull up a chart. All right, so if you take a look at the Discord right here, what do we have? We see that I have my Bitcoin. Okay, so this is my Bitcoin analysis. What was I expecting right here? I was expecting price to drop down into this imbalance and then up. Obviously, I wanted this high to get cleared, and I believe this high to get cleared. Okay, now this is 39,000. This actually could be. I need more. I don't actually think this is the correct analysis. Okay, this actually could be it. Yeah, so actually this actually was the one. Okay, so you guys can see basically what I was looking at right here was I marked out, this actually wasn't an analysis. I think it was, I didn't send it into the free group. I actually sent this one into the premium group, but I don't want to waste too much time trying to look at that. But I've showed everyone, pretty much everyone's kind of seen this analysis already. What I was looking at right here, basically if I go into my 8-hour time frame, why I was marking this area out was because we had obviously the monthly open. Okay, so we had that monthly open, and look what price did. Once price broke above this high, we had a new month, it retraced down, monthly IC. So this was a scenario number one setup for me. Okay, and if you guys know about it, you already know what a scenario number one setup is. Retraced to my scenario number one right here, open, and then flew. Okay, so you can see that on the monthly time frame. It's very, very self-explanatory. There was not much that I needed to look at right there. All I needed to know was 3 things. My entry, which would have been my scenario mode setup. This was an absolute sniper trade. Like, it came exactly to the open. You guys can see, like, we're not guessing the markets right here. We know exact entries and exits. Then we had an imbalance, which it filled exactly. And then we had our areas of liquidity, which I wanted to get cleared, and I've already called them out multiple times. Okay, and you guys can see that I didn't do this in hindsight. I marked this out for you guys and it played exactly how I wanted it to. We got that move right there. Okay, and then we also have these highs. Okay, that I want to eventually get cleared. And I do see Bitcoin eventually breaking the ATH, the all-time high, and pushing even higher. See 70,000, 80,000, and this will be soon. Okay, I believe that this will probably be by the end of the year. 50k, easily we will hit that next week. Okay, so with cryptos, I've been holding this for a very, very long time. I know people have called like 25,000, stuff like that. For me, like I'd never crossed that possibility out of my mind. Like there was always a possibility that I could have came down there. Okay, but honestly, for me, I was always going to be bullish on this. All that was happening here was just money accumulating. Okay, the institutions just accumulating money, and then as they go, they're clearing money as they go, they're clearing money as they go, they clear money as they go. Before they push up, okay, for every push up, you're getting a liquidity clearance. Okay, double bottom, push down, liquidity clearance, and a push up. Once again, new low created, liquidity clear, and then a push up. So this is what you're trying to see. You're trying to always look at these areas of liquidity, because once we get a push on an area of liquidity, you get a reversal. And this is actually what my most recent video on YouTube was about. So yeah, if you take a look at that video, I exactly explain how to avoid manipulation. So it's a good video, so make sure to head on to it. That wasn't actually something that I would usually release on my YouTube. It was pretty advanced, so I definitely recommend you to avail of that. Now also, if you haven't already, guys, please drop a like on the stream. Would mean a lot, and yeah, would help me create more and more of these for you. Okay, so this is another perfect example actually. So gold. For this analysis, I was doubted a whole lot. Like I was doubted a lot. People actually laughed even at my analysis. But once again, we proved them wrong in this one. So as I said, if you understand where the market is going to go, if you understand where the levels of liquidity are, the markets are very easy to predict then. Okay, look at this 8-hour analysis. I expected it to, this was actually the older analysis. I had another analysis after that where I wanted the price to come to this high, but it didn't. Obviously it actually did, but it reacted off. It didn't clear it. What my analysis, the second analysis, was up here, fill the imbalance, and then I push down. That was the week after analysis. This was the week before, but same thing. I was always aiming for these lows. It was clear. We had this major low right here, and we had an area of liquidity. So a consolidation, these relatively equal lows. So what I was expecting is a push up and a push down and a push down. And what do we get? Okay, just follow the money, guys. Simple as that. What do we have? We have that push up, creates a resistance, leaves that liquidity for eventually for us to clear in the future, because the gold will eventually push up higher and go back to the all-time high again. Maybe not now, maybe not in the same, maybe in 2 years, but it will eventually reach that level. But for now, we follow the money, and the closest area of money to me was this. Like, come on, there was a whole lot of liquidity sitting below there. It would make sense for price to eventually clear this, and this is exactly what we got. We come down, we have a fake candle, so this will be my candle of manipulation. Look what happens here, a bullish engulfing candle, and people actually bought it. I know I was in a group and I seen people actually try to buy this bullish engulfing right here. Some even smart money traders tried to do scenario number one setup on this. But scenario number one setups don't always work. Institutional candles don't work alone. You have to understand where you are in the market. And once you understand that I'm near a level of liquidity, it would be stupid for the markets not to go clear that liquidity before pushing up. And what did I say? Boom, came down to that support, reacted off it, showed that there was buying interest. That was a trick right there. Then the next candle drops down, okay, and absolutely smashed those lows. Okay, see, absolutely smashed it. I mean, it smashed this low, these lows. So yeah, the analysis there on gold is obviously correct. Now we look. This is very interesting though. Look how it reacted right off this. So now we have two major areas of interest for me. Big areas of liquidity would be this and then this. What the market does after this, I do not care, because I'm not really trading the daily right now, or the weekly or monthly. I'm trying to only trade the 4 hour, stuff like that. So right now what will matter to me is obviously this trading range and my close area of liquidity, which would be this. So I will expect it to push up here, then down here first, just based off the behavior of this trading range. And that's what you have to study. Trading ranges relative to each other and areas of liquidity is the two most important things that I want to look out for. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, I went through all the pairs that I usually go over. Is there any questions for me, guys, that you guys want to ask? Is there anything at all, any pairs that you want me to cover before I leave? Once again, guys, do not forget, tomorrow 12 p.m. that Forex course is going to be released. Would really appreciate if you guys hyped that on Instagram as well and tagged us. Would mean an absolute whole lot. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to provide more and more free content as the time goes on, guys. I try to do my best to provide value for every single person out there, whether they just are starting out, whether they're been trading for 2 years, whether they've been trading for 10 years. There's always something that you can learn. There's always something new that even I'm learning. Okay, so yeah. So I'll give you guys 2 minutes there if anyone has a question. And then yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please can you go over your GA? Actually, mate, if I once I turn off the stream, what you'll be able to do is once the video processes, after 30 minutes, you can come back and just rewatch the live. It'll be recorded, so you can watch it then. But yeah, there will be no point in me going over again, to be honest, because I already went over. But you can simply just watch it again, and you'll see my GA analysis there. But yeah, no worries. No problem at all, my friends. Okay, so I'm going to leave you guys here. As I said, don't want to take up too much of your time. I appreciate every single one of you guys for hopping on. Once again, guys, if you are interested, make sure to drop down to the link down below in the description and get onto our free Discord group there. And yeah, start chatting to us, anything about smart money. And yeah, I hope to see you guys on the next stream. Have a good day. Bye-bye.